Astrology. This is the birth chart for Alexa Rivera. She's a YouTuber with somewhere around 15 million subscribers. There's no birth time for Alexa, so it's just the signs and aspects. No houses, so this is not her rising. And she is a sun in Gemini and a moon in Capricorn. I just did a moon in Capricorn. I'll link that down in the description. And she might not be a moon in Capricorn. I always forget to say that because we don't know the time. She could be moon close to a moon in Sagittarius here. So I'll probably won't talk too much about that. But she does have a nice Venus, definitely a nice Venus moon trine. Anytime there's a Venus moon aspect, especially the trine, can give someone a pleasing personality. We think of in Venus here, and we can think, I mean, no wonder she has 15 million subscribers just based on this alone. Venus in Taurus, where it rules, it likes to be there, and it's trining the moon down here in Capricorn, possibly Sagittarius. So very earthy as well, like that earthy Venus and earthy moon together. The moon is the personality, the very feminine part of the self, and Venus being beauty, art, love, money. This person would definitely attract many people to her YouTube based on her personality, her beauty, but not just her beauty, but the more the I haven't watched many of her videos, but she probably has a really great personality, at least on YouTube, somebody that would attract attention. This moon is conjunct Chiron as well, and I do know somebody that has a moon conjunct Chiron, and uh, that aspect as well. I think you think it would be negative, but I think if the person is um, attentive to their feelings and aware of tried to improve, maybe somewhat of a Virgo type, which we'll look into here, they can have that's not a terrible aspect to have. It's especially if you like to connect with people on a deeper level. Now she does have South Node here with the moon, and that is where we could see some trouble. The South Node in the moon would not be the greatest aspect, especially in Capricorn. See, the ruler is Saturn, which is in Gemini up here, which I would say if you are going to have the South Node moon, having that ruler up there near the North Node is would be a positive sign that she is bringing something from the past. We can see here bringing what we can kind of gauge at what she might be bringing here from the past. We see her North Nodes in Cancer, and she has all this Gemini with a Mercury Jupiter conjunction, and Mercury at 29 degrees. Mercury likes to be in Gemini. I like Jupiter. I do like Jupiter in Gemini. I like Jupiter in Sagittarius even better, but if I can't have it in Sagittarius, I like it in Gemini. I like that axis that she has this Gemini Sagittarius axis. It tells me that she's possibly a traveler. She's definitely a learner. She's very mercurial. That Mercury at 29 degrees, and it's trining the Uranus in Aquarius, and all those planets that Jupiter, Mercury, or those two planets, Jupiter and Mercury, are in the Aquarius decan. So she's got a nice Jupiter and Mercury and Sun trine Uranus. So she's someone who may think different, may be unique, or we could just say, as we've said with many YouTubers, which is part of the reason why I like to focus on YouTubers, is because we see this emphasis on Aquarius and Uranus. You could also see the Uranus-Mars sextile. And we see the emphasis on Uranus and Aquarius and her being a YouTuber correlating with that. And many of these YouTubers, that's what we see. Pretty much all of them. We see a strong Uranus or Aquarius. or Aquarius. We also see you could say, a lot of times the moon or the planet on the south node is holding a person back, or they feel frustrated, and she may feel that way emotionally if we get into her personal life. But you can see with the Saturn and the asteroid Juno there, and the Saturn in the uh, opposite sign, she is bringing. You could say she's bringing a responsibility, an emotional responsibility, and putting that into her efforts and work in moving forward with her soul's evolution. And I'm sure there's more to that story. I haven't really watched really any or many of her videos. If we knew her personally, she would definitely be able to speak on that, especially with that Mars Chiron and Mars retrograde. She's got Pluto retrograde, a Pluto Mars conjunction. So, what does all that mean? Well, there's definitely some trauma and some hardship in this person's life or early in their life, and it may not even be something that the public sees. It's something that could be more hidden from the public, and she is definitely using that. We can see the Saturn here making a quincunx to that moon and a quincunx to the south node, and it's in a Scorpio quincunx. So she's definitely using that as motivation, possibly through her internet work, to grow and expand and be. When I think of Scorpio in conjunct between Saturn and Moon, I think there's some kind of adjustment that has to be made regarding um, business or other people's money, Scorpio. And with that South Node Capricorn and the Moon, she's coming from a place of being a good business person. Capricorn is a great sign for a business person, especially Capricorn Moon, as I spoke in that video that I'll link down in the description with the Venus and Taurus. Venus and Taurus loves material things, loves money, loves luxury, loves the good life. And she also has Venus in a semi-sextile to that Juno and Saturn. Well, what is Juno? Juno is the relationship asteroid, the marriage asteroid. I think with a Saturn Juno, we're looking at someone who's, you could say, as like a metaphor, that they're married to work. They're married to responsibility. They like the Capricorn energy. They like Saturn energy. I mean, this person is definitely dynamic, though. You could say she also likes. She's a thinker. She likes Jupiter energy for sure. With these placements, um, Pluto Mars can make for like a very ambitious person, someone who's very strong willed. Um, this is a very strong, certainly a very strong chart. That's for sure. Even without seeing the houses. And also, I'm going to link my Patreon. I don't have it set up yet, but look forward. I'm going to do a deep dive into all these charts, or most of them. I'll probably do a deep dive into this chart. If you know her birth time, send it to me. That would definitely help. And I'm going to leave it there for now. And I hope you enjoyed this mini birth chart reading for Alexa Rivera.